Time to figure out what's on this thing.
Yeah, so what's up, you guys? It's me, Kyubomb. And today, we're here playing Inscryption, Kaycee's mod. Now, this, if you don't know about Inscryption, basically, it's the card game, ARG, you know, weird, haunted, not really haunted game, but, you know, if you don't know about it, I highly suggest that you play through it. I'm not going to do a playthrough of it because I've played through it multiple times already. I just played through it again to, refresh myself, get ready for this, this big series. And it's one of my favorites, one of my all-time favorite games ever. It's really, really well made. It's really well put together. I love all the different mechanics, and I love the storytelling. I love all the different characters and stuff, and I love how like eerie and off-putting it is. And also, like, for a first time, it's totally, like, mind-blowing. Like, I remember, I was introduced to the game through Markiplier playing it, and he, I watched, like, the first few episodes, and I was like, okay, I need to play this game. And so I went home, and I got it, because it was, like, $15, and I played through it, and he was still in, like, what people call Act 1, and, I got past Act 1, and my mind was blown with what this game is all about. So if you don't know about this game, maybe I'll do a rundown right here in post, or there's videos online that you can watch of this game, and it's really good. The way that Kaycee's mod works is it's basically a roguelike version of the first act of the game, where you're trying to get to the end. You have to get through 3 areas and fight 3 bosses while you build your deck. It's been a minute since I've played Kaycee's mod, and Kaycee's mod is very, very difficult. I think I only ever beat like one of the challenges. And that's how you unlock new stuff, is there's challenges. So what we're going to do is we're going to do new run. Here's our challenges. So we're on challenge level 1 right now. So this is our first run. And as you can see, I have no stats. I have no unlocks. Like you unlock cards, you unlock starter decks, which this is the starter deck that you start with, which is a stoat, frog, and a wolf. And I'll explain everything as I go, kind of. This is going to be a really, really long series because it's going to take me a really long time. Because I never beat it. I think I only ever did like one thing. Like I unlocked 1 devlog, which these I guess you get by beating the challenge levels. I don't know, but you have to be really, really good. Basically, these are the challenges are the modifiers to your run, and you unlock more as you continue. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get right into this. The lore's not. I guess the lore is kind of important because there's lore stuff that you unlock, I think, in this. I don't know, because I intentionally avoided seeing stuff online for however many years this has been out, like 3 or 4 years. Also, I never really unlocked much. So, anyway, we're going to get right into this. The hook is an item that you start with, where you can drag one of your opponent's cards over to your side of the board. So, playing with this means that you don't get it. The clover, when you get like random card picks, the clover lets you re-roll them for like when you're adding cards to your deck from stuff that it gives you. Smaller backpack, the items, I'm not going to do this one because you get 3 items that you can hold at a time, and the items a lot of times will actually save your game. Like, seriously, you need items. Pricey pelts, trapper's pelts cost more. I could do this, but I only really need to do one right now. So I think what I'll do is no clover. So we're just going to get right into this. I'll kind of explain things as I'm going, but I think I'll be okay right now with not having any clover. Alright, so here I am. This is my starting deck. Basically, this right here is the cost. The blood, which there's a mechanic in this where you sacrifice your existing cards, and each card that you sacrifice is worth 1 blood regularly. And this sigil, this is called the sigil. It's basically a special ability that that card has. It allows it to block attacks from flying cards, which flying cards usually they just deal damage directly to you, not your cards. This is the damage, this is the health. Seems pretty explanatory. Right here, you can see like what tribe a card is part of, which is just like what section of the animal kingdom. Some of them don't have them, like the stoat here. Okay, and here we are. This is the map. This is right here is who we're up against. His name is Leshy. Here's our rule book. These are kind of story significant. Not really. It doesn't really matter much, so I'm not really going to mention it. What I can probably do is, if I set this to 11 o'clock, I think I'll get something. Yeah. Because I know that from the base game. So the unlocks are different. This is 116. This. So basically, in the base game, you can the oil painting is sort of, it's a wall to permanent unlockable items that make it easier to progress through the first act. And what you do is you have to basically set this up on the board. The opposing doesn't matter, but you have to set this up, and then in that run, you'll get whatever item. Now, okay, I don't think this is oh yeah, this is just an Easter egg to a connected. I think it's a game made by the same guy that's connected through like the ARG or something. I don't know. I'm not the most knowledgeable person. So as you see here, these are my 2 lives. Basically, I can mess up twice. If I lose a battle, he'll blow one of these out, and if I then lose another one, he'll blow that out, and my run will end. This is the hook that I was talking about. This is the squirrel card, which is, the squirrels are free, and you can kind of just place them whenever you want. And they're just good for like a free sacrifice, and also blocking, but we'll get into that later if that comes up. And then this lets you pull out one of your teeth and put it on the scale, which will the scale is like the damage. Basically, if it goes all the way to one side, that person loses. So I think I can customize my guy right here. I'm gonna make him a little skeleton guy. He's gonna be a skeleton. There we go. Skeleton mage. Alright, so enough stalling. I kind of just got to gather a lot of footage. This is probably going to take me a while. I don't know. This run, might be good. This is the trader, where you can turn in pelts for different cards. So this right here is bones. This is the bone cost card, which you get bones whenever a card dies in a battle. This is the ant. As you can see, the more ants you have on the field, the more damage they do. This can be, it doesn't die when it's sacrificed. This is like flight, like I was talking about. This is unkillable. When it dies, it just goes back to your hand. And this is, after it attacks, it moves to one direction and it pushes the other cards that are in its way. So I get 2 picks here because it starts you with 2 pelts. I'm going to pick the cockroach and the ant because, I don't know, it's random picks. They're pretty good for starters. So all the symbols, that's the trader. This is like, you go here and you put one of your cards that has a sigil on it on the bottom, and then you pick a card that you want to have that sigil, and then you lose the first card, and the other card gains the sigil that was on that card. So it's like a sigil transfer card, but you lose one of your cards. It gives you items, and if you have full items, you get a pack rat, which is, it costs 2 sacrifices, and it does 2 damage, and it has 2 health, and when you play it, you get an item. So those are pretty good to have. I could get one right now. Or I can go here and get a part of a totem, which there's 2 kinds of parts. There's a top part and a bottom part. The top part basically just dictates what tribe or what kind of animal is affected, and then the bottom part is a sigil. So what I can do here, I can kind of see, I can look ahead a little bit and see that there's another thing. So what I can do is I can just plan out getting that. This is a battle right here. I get cards. This is the campfire, which you can push to improve the stats of a card, but if you get unlucky, you can get killed. Or not get killed. Your card, you can lose your card if you push too much. I think in this mode it's limited to, you can only add twice, but in the story you can just keep pushing it. And if I can get a ringworm, I think the ringworm is in this mode. You can give it to them, and then you can just do it however many times you want. And then there's another sigil transfer. But for now, I think what I'm going to do... Right now, like, I literally only have, you know, however many cards of sigils. So what I want to do right now is, it's between these two. I can either get a pack rat or do this. I think I'm going to do this, because the pack rat, I can basically get one at any time if I'm not using my items. Ooh, okay, this is really good. What this does is it makes it so that instead of dealing damage right in front of it, a card will do damage to, I mean, the space is pictured, so like here and here. So I'm going to take that, because that's really good. One of the best sigils in the game is on the Mantis God, because it has that one's called Bifurcated Strike, and the Mantis God has a Trifurcated Strike, which is 3. So basically you can do 3 times damage on a card, which is really good. Alright, so now that we're in an actual fight, I'm going to kind of demonstrate how this works. This is a tricky card because you can't really kill it. Whoa, hello. That sigil basically means that after it attacks, it flips over, goes underwater, and it can't be hit. But attacking, it just does damage to the dealer. So it's kind of a, you win some, you lose some kind of card. I mean, basically, so I play my squirrel here because it's no cost, and then I want to, you know what, I want to put my bullfrog here, because I want to protect from the damage, because you see the sigil means that I can block from this. Go away, stupid spider. Alright, so here we go. We're getting into this. I don't know why I'm dropping a lot of frames. Yeah, at the start of your turn, you choose to draw from one of 2 cards, or one of 2 piles. Hang on, I'm actually going to adjust my graphics. We're going to put this on low graphics because it actually will improve the novelty of it. Look, now it looks like poop. But it's okay, because it's supposed to. But now it's running so much smoother, kind of. I mean, I'm not an expert at this game, but I know what I'm doing. I probably should have drawn my squirrel, but it's okay. Man, why am I dropping frames? What the hell, man? So right now I'm kind of just trading with this guy. We're just gonna wait, because I'm pretty sure that's all he's got right now. So I'm gonna play this one up. There we go. And now we're doing 3 damage. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going. because pretty much now we win this. Also, if you go over the damage, you get teeth in a bowl, which are the currency. I'm just going to do that, because why not? You want to get over damage like that, because you want money to buy pelts. Yeah, so I don't get any clover, which is okay. I kind of want the Kingfisher, because I can put that little thing on a high defensive card so that it can stay there. That's a little trick. You know, a skill of the craft, if you will. If I have a really offensive card with low health, I can put that on it, and it'll be really, really good. So let's look at what I have right now. I kind of wish it was bugs, but right now we'll do this, because that'll make my wolf really good. In the normal game, you can actually unlock a squirrel headpiece, which is really, really good. And it's almost a little broken, but I don't think there's a way to unlock it in this. At least not the way that you can in that one. I'm just gonna put this here because it's gonna go away and leave me vulnerable on that slot, so it might as well be where there's nothing. Hold on. Alright, sorry, I kind of just messed around with the resolution a little bit so that it runs hopefully a little better. This actually looks a lot better anyway. I'm a little bit of an idiot. I like to do that a lot. To not draw from my thing. So I'm probably going to be moving pretty quick here. If I'm ever in a pickle, I will So if he does that, you usually don't want to do it because you always want to go for the overkill. It's just better. You know. It's better to let things play out. Here, I can do a little demonstration of this. That might be a little bit of a blunder, but it's okay because I'll just finish this out on my next turn. We'll play the cockroach here. Basically, I want to try and get as much overkill as possible, just as a side thing, as a general little thing while I'm playing this. This means that it's a duplicate, and if I find the mycologist, I can mesh them together and get good stats, but that's probably not what I'm going to do. I don't really have anything that I want to specifically bump the stats. I'm just going to keep trying to get this good. Okay, bugs. We like bugs. I like bug builds. A lot of the bug cards are really, really good. Like the ants are pretty good. The mantises are good. There's like a Mothman rare card that's pretty stinking good. So I'm gonna do basically this beehive. What it'll do is oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this because if you hit the beehive, it puts a bee in your hand, which is a little weird when it's on the opposing side, but you know, it's whatever. Because now look, it's flying and it's got bifurcated strike, so basically it does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, and it's free. Look at this. It does 1 damage. Yeah. So look at that. Look at all that damage, man. I really got to work on making sure that I'm drawing from the squirrel deck. So we got a couple paths here. We could either, let's see how many the pelts are really good in this mode. So that's the trapper. You can buy the knife, which I think you use it on a random thing and then it turns into a pelt. I'm gonna go ahead and buy those because when you meet up with the trader, those will actually become they will become. Damn, bro. So what I can do, I might just bump a kingfisher. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Oh, well, you know. You win some, you lose some. It's alright. But now I have to do this. This is tricky. What I can do, and what I like to do a lot, is take this unkillable. Do I want that though? Because what I also could do is I'm trying to think ahead for a good ant thing. If I can get an ant queen, which is, it has a sigil that when you play it, it gives you a card. It gives you an ant. It gives you a worker ant card in your hand. If I put that on this, I can. Well, I don't know if it'll be as good as if I just put unkillable on. You know, I'm putting unkillable on the kingfisher because this is a good, just like general damage dealing card. And if I want to, I can bump the stats like at the campfire. And as you see, when you go to a boss, you only have one try. So first I'm fighting the fisherman, or the angler, and he has 2 phases. All the bosses have 2 phases. So what I can do is I could just put that anywhere, and I can put that guy out because when he dies, he drops a bunch of bones, which he's not gonna, but it's alright. The nice thing about this is that I can just kind of keep playing him, and you get the pelts back at the end. So what I can do, I probably should have put it here because he'll drag it back, which is, I mean, it's like the item, the hook item. I'm gonna turn it down even more. Actually, wait, no, I'm not. Bruh. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I'm probably gonna do a... Ooh, I don't know. I don't know! Because I kind of want to end it if he's gonna do that. Well, actually, you know what? That's gonna be my turn, because that's gonna work out in my favor anyway. In the long run, because look, now that's blocked by a squirrel. So we do here. Gonna have to draw a squirrel, and yeah, I'm gonna put out a worker ant. He's gonna kill the pelt. It's okay, because it's still part of my deck, right? So it's no biggie. Now what I'm gonna do. So here's the end of this phase. So he's gonna stop using his hook now, but now there's these chum buckets, which when you break them, they turn into sharks, which do a lot of damage. This actually is going to work out really good, because now Stoat's dead, and here's what we do. We're going to do this one, and we're going to use this, pull that back, and look at that. That's already a win. Just looking at this, I just won. So you can kind of see my strategy here. I usually do that on that fight, because I like to do this. So now after bosses you get a free rare. Ouroboros is pretty good. The Gek. My favorite card. Probably in the game. Next to maybe the Mantis Lord. Or some of the cards that are in the other acts. Because the Gek is just so versatile. Ooh. Have you ordered with the order my maps, Kaycee? So the story context here. Kaycee is one of the devs of the game, of this evil game that has evil code in it that is something to do with Nazis, maybe, and the code is so evil you can't erase it, and it is what gives the characters in the game sentience, and it's top secret info, and owned by this company that made the game. That's pretty much the extent of my knowledge on it. I know there's more lore in the AOG, but basically Kaycee is one of the employees. She is the daughter of the person in the original, like in the base game. You play as this guy who's like a card pack YouTuber who stumbles upon this disc, this floppy disk, and you record yourself playing it. He finds it because the coordinates are written on one of the cards in a card pack for this game, which only had one set. And so this is like the digital version of a real card game in universe. That it's the only one to exist because it never got released because of the evil code on it. And that's why it got hidden presumably by Kaycee. And he gets the card packs with the coordinates on it from Kaycee's mother. But Kaycee is like killed in a fire, which, you know, it's insinuated was organized by the company. This is a difficult battle. He will have a totem. I think I'm gonna go to the right here because I want to stop at the trader because I have these pelts and I kind of want them out of my frickin' inventory. We're gonna go with bird. All right, more kingfishers. That, and I want to restock on some of my items. This is pretty good, but I like this. And the fan is so good. It gives, for one turn, it gives all your things, it gives all your cards flight. So basically, if you're in a pickle, you can end it there. Alright, so we're getting to the point where I'm probably going to have to start thinking more carefully about this stuff. What I want to do, we're just going to put this ant right here. Because he's not going to get damaged by that. And he's going to be able to, you know, put a stop to this ridiculousness. That is the Raven right here. What you can do is you can actually use these as protection. But right now I can't, unfortunately. Oh jeez. Oh wow. Alright, so we're taking L's left and right. Pretty much. It's alright. We're gonna go here because I like to turn in these, trade these for, you know, good cards. The ringworm. That's really, really good. I'm gonna do that because I want to feed him to the fuckers. The alpha is good as well. His sigil makes it so that he... Oh! The Mantis God. His sigil, the alpha sigil makes it so that the guys next to him do +1 damage. So he's like a support. I don't think I have any duplicates. Which is what you need here. We'll do this. You know, it's a little bit of a shitter card. The health is an unneeded bonus because they can't take damage unless something has the porcupine sigil and the mighty leap, which is what blocks against the flying types. Okay, so what that does, that sigil makes it so that it does nothing. what this does is it makes it so that the canine types will actually block in front of me. But it doesn't really matter because they have nothing. They have nothing good that they can use against me. I'm gonna put this guy here. I wonder if that... Oh my god.